Last week, we met all of the contestants, gorgeous and debonair.
We all felt the sexual tension wafting in the air.
Tall, dark, and handsome. That's my type.
Thick and moist.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a hernia. Okay, here we go. Let's see if these suspects have what it takes to win a date to die for.
I don't even know how we came together because we don't come together.
There was no way in hell I was going to pick what you guys were picking.
Oh,
I wasn't.
That is crazy.
And then
Like going in and hearing them all talk to each other was totally different. You kind of saw like who was excited, who was in it, who could really like take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Who's here for the right reasons?
Yes.
Sexually.
Yes.
And then after that, we all came together, all together, united.
United in one with Abby. Where is she?
United.
So excited.
just hide it.
I can't.
Listen,
Okay, Abby, tell him.
So do you guys, do we know?
Yes.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Crystal clear.
Yep.
Let's go tell them.
Let's do it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Who's Tokugawa?
My character was Tokugawa, or Toku is what I kept introducing him as. He was like influenced heavily by Eastern medicine, and so I was a healer, hence the potions that I have in here, the oils and potions. Initially, his character is described as somebody that doesn't speak English well, or at least people don't think he does. He's actually more of a fly on the wall, kind of hears what people are talking about. I don't talk much. I don't like to. I hate it. That is not me at all. So that was a little more difficult for sure. And Alyssa, who my character had a deeper relationship with, we ended up connecting multiple times throughout the night just because we got along really well and talked quite a bit. I can be very confident when I approach a woman and talk to her, and they're always like, man, you're really good with talking. I'm like, well, I feel like because of how I look, I've always had to be good with that. That's part of what I've always had to kind of be. And even if you look at some of the other contestants, like they're great, they're in great shape, they're tall, they're all very good looking. And I feel like in my own way, I showed up the first day of filming and didn't fit that mold. And I immediately was like, oh no, I feel bad because the girls are gonna have one less guy that they're gonna want to choose from. I'm not active in the LDS church anymore, which is kind of confessional to some people that may see this, but that's okay. All my friends are awesome, and I'm sure that they're gonna love me regardless. To depart from something that you rely on so heavily from a spiritual, emotional, and even from a social setting, and realize kind of more and more like what I'm capable of really is empowering in a lot of ways. The idea that, marriage is the ultimate achievement, that if I wasn't pushing aggressively or consistently towards that goal, that I was letting you know, my family or my bishop or somebody down, you know, whether that's here or in the afterlife. And once you kind of remove that pressure, it felt like I could be who I was and enjoy getting to know somebody without feeling like there were eternal consequences from a dinner. Showing up that night with those women there, I knew probably the majority were going to be LDS, probably looking for active LDS partner, at which point immediately I start to say to myself that I'm not going to be good enough for any of them. So my dare that I was given was I needed to slow dance with somebody to know music. Jane was her character's name, was somebody that I could kind of tell would be quirky with me. And so yeah, we just took off and danced out on the lawn, and I was able to finish off with a nice dip. I think she's a good dancer. It was nice.
You know what I like about Jane is she is so social and goes and talks to everybody.
I know, she's very nice.
I like Jane.
The character was Jane Murphy, who is the mother of Lydia. And she's kind of got this, like, you know, emotional wound, you know? She's got problems, and I'm like, oh girl, I can relate. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what I want to say. Listen, I got some tea to spill, bring your kettle, you know? And I'm not gonna say it in a Boston accent. It just comes out. I think the biggest thing that I have learned over the last, like, 6 months, year, whatever you want to call it, is like just saying no and taking crap from nobody and doing what you want to do. It's like the most empowering thing on the planet. So if you're not doing it, I think you should. That's a nice faux. It feels like faux, but I mean, it's nice. It's nice. I don't have any regrets about being 27 and single. There's definitely been lots of ups and downs. But I think now I'm at a place where I'm like, one, I care a lot less what people think, which is really nice. But two, I think I've just come to accept myself a lot, and I'm just doing me. So I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. I'm just like trying not to cry because
I know it's very emotional.
Listen, like, this makeup job was like really expensive. So like, if you could not make me tear up.
The dare. She got the dare.
Okay, so my dare was I had to go to somebody and I had to say, like, oh my gosh, I swear I know you from somewhere. Like, you know, we seriously know each other. Like, break character and like totally do that. But actually on the real, like
Money is the
real,
root of all evil. We must remember this.
Amen. Okay, but on the real, actually, like, you know, show aside. So the priest, good old Ford, Henry Ford, apparently on his application, he said how he like worked at Taco Bell for a couple of years.
Well, so what does this mean? He just worked there?
He was 2-time franchise employee of the danged year at Taco Bell.
I know, but is that real?
Because all Taco Bells are franchised.
Okay,
So the franchise he
fine.
was at.
Okay, fine.
Like, no, seriously, I'm being serious. I told everything I knew. Like, where are you from, Utah?
This is a dare?
This is a dare. Pretend you know someone.
No,
Where are you from?
from Idaho.
Shut up. Okay, did you go to BYU Idaho? Yeah. Okay, this is so random. I swear, I think I saw you at Taco Bell.
In Rexburg?
Yes!
I worked there for 6 years.
No! He was like,
I was the 2-time employee of the year.
are you being serious right now?
He was, remember?
Shh! They're right. I totally remember seeing you. You didn't have this little dude yet. You know what I'm saying? But
I still have
you
my hair.
Wait, do they really know each other?
No, that is insane. And then I just like went back into character and I was like, Italiano. And so, yeah, he had no idea until like the very end of the show. And I was like, I have never been to Taco Bell in Idaho, okay? And I'm a Del Taco kind of girl, you know?
You know that I'm a holy man. In real life, my name is Ford Thunder Erickson. Okay, so here's the deal. Legally, Thunder is not my middle name. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But it is on my college diploma. So, you tell me. I feel like I've got two sides for sure, and I think sometimes I have a hard time showing my serious side, or maybe it's hard for people to see my serious side, because I have a YouTube channel that is like complete mayhem. Donuts on the human flesh. Nothing against babies. But then I spent a lot of time in the wilderness, and it's like really helped me a lot. I've worked in wilderness therapy for 6 years, and so I've got a strong passion for that. But then, like, the dichotomy is pretty crazy. But I gotta have an outlet for both, you know. So, and I'm serious about being a cowboy, at least right now. Define a normal person. I think a person who has a heartbeat. Well, dead people are normal too, because everybody dies.
He is such a wacko now.
Yeah. He's been really like good in his character.
I know, he has.
This is blowing my mind. This is like a existential question. Is there such thing as a normal person? In conjunction with learning about and spending time outdoors, hiking, trail running, backpacking, and all that stuff, I've just gotten super into learning about Native American culture and how they lived, what they ate, how they survived. And so I go to all these things called primitive skills gatherings where you teach and learn from each other about how ancient people lived, all of our ancestors, not just Native Americans. You know, we all lived a lot more connected to the land. Like, we knew what rocks were good for making knives. We knew how to use bones to be able to use them to sew leather. We knew how to make leather out of animal skins, like all that kind of stuff. You just feel really connected to nature. So getting into the outdoors and getting into learning ancient living skills has been like really therapeutic for me, just getting back to the basics and feeling a lot more connected to the planet that we live on, rather than feeling like nature is here and I'm here. You know what I mean? Okay, I figured it out. I think anyone who is not being true to their self, maybe facing their fears, pursuing what they feel inside, like they feel drawn to, I think if you're not doing that, I think that's weird. Not necessarily in a negative way, but like, oh, that person's weird, because we all do that. We all run away from our fears. But we're weird in that we're not being our true selves, I think. And so that's weird, because we're not really being ourselves. So whenever you're being your true self and trying to follow what you really feel like you should be doing, then that's normal. Oh yeah! Woo!
So would you recommend meeting guys at church?
The thing is, it's so hard because they seem so normal, you know, but then they actually weren't. So I don't know how you can tell if someone is normal or not. I guess you just have to just try it out. I mean, you're gonna get a good story, you know, regardless. Hey, if I remember correctly, did he say I was his second kiss or something?
Yes, he did say
Yeah. So then I felt so bad because it's like the kiss that we had was so awkward, like not normal. So I don't even know if you can count that as a kiss, because I'm not counting that. right? It's your birthday and the
I am.
But I'm sorry, I really just am drawn to you.
You must know that I am.
Thank you, Father. That was amazing.
Get it, girl.
Character, she is nailing it. She's never stopped. No.
She's never stopped.
No.
On. I'm gonna write that.
After I got divorced, I had some shame with it, but I realized like everyone is so nice about it, and I haven't met anyone that's like makes me feel like embarrassed about it or shamed about it. So I've been really blessed with that.
So at first when I got divorced, you do kind of feel some sort of stigma.
I don't recommend it to anybody. I mean, it's definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, but I guess there are some silver linings you can find just with personal growth that's kind of forced on you.
I was running into all these people who are either divorced or going through a divorce or thinking about getting a divorce, and all of a sudden I just, had this amazing support group of people. And so I do think it's really important for anyone going through a divorce to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with lots of support and people, because it really does help.
There's a lot of like therapy and like counseling when you just to like kind of learn more about myself and how I communicated and what like my communicating styles were. And so I think that's definitely helped. I don't think communication was necessarily a strength of mine.
I've got to the point as a single mom where it's hard, but I find a lot of joy in my life right now. And I would love to find a companion.
It's like, oh, this can be like really discouraging, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? You can be in a marriage and be like really like lonely, or you can be single and lonely. But being single and lonely only lasts so long.
Again, with the whole divorce, I'm looking to take things slow. I'm extremely extroverted. I don't do well on my own, and so it's very easy for me to like fall.
Oh my!
Are you okay?
Gosh! The butler's been buzzed.
Are you okay?
I've had a little bit too much to drink.
I've tried to like make a conscious effort not to like jump straight into a relationship.
You had some of that giggly water.
Oh my goodness.
How's the face? This is the money maker.
I am looking for a serious relationship now. So know that if you're feeling feelings of loneliness, of depression, of anxiety, and all those hard feelings, you're not alone. But there's always hope, and there's always light at the end.
Excuse me. Dinner is served. Please be seated.
Guys, this and this.
I went and got a drink, and this girl pulled me aside and said that this guy is sexy as.
I could see myself maybe kissing. What's his name?
Gosh, now I sound like obsessive. I'm not. I am a confident woman.
My skin, it longs to feel the heat from your breath. Together in the space we've created. I know you want me, I know you trust me. You respect and adore and disarm me. That's why I need to feel your lips on my lips. Your soul and mine, the same as mine. I memorize every curve and every line and every word. Just speak to me. I need to feel your lips on my lips. Your fingertips on my hips. This is bliss. I need to feel the sweet release that only you can give to me. Come on in, baby. Your love keeps lifting me higher. Our fingertips grace the sky. Now we have reached the divide.